Yo, what's going on, Gen Z Auto fam? Welcome to another episode. Today we have something a little different than we normally have been recording. We are set in a 2022 Audi Q5 Prestige. Right off the bat, for me, I like it. I mean, I'm just going to be honest. Again, there is a car for every occasion. For this, if I was in a place where I was going to be in some, pretty treacherous terrain every now and then, and I wanted to go do a little bit of off-roading and have space to bring people and something comfortable to get around town, this is the utility tool for that. It does pretty much everything. For me, the must of this car, if you're looking to buy a Q5, is you got to get that Bang Olufsen sound system. This sound system is incredible. For only an extra $900, it comes standard on the Prestige trim, but for extra $900 you can option this on your whatever model you get if you get it new. But even if you're getting it used, if you can find the options list and see if it came with this, it's a must for me. It's very, very good, I'll just say that. But as I'm driving, I'm just extremely comfortable, and that's kind of the identity that I'm getting. It's a capable, comfortable daily driver. It looks nice. We have heads-up display that comes standard on a Prestige, heated steering wheel, heated and ventilated seats, heated rear seats, panorama view, sunroof. It is just, it's nice, man. It's just a nice car to have if you're looking for a crossover and you haven't looked at the Q5 yet. I would encourage, especially a single family home or a single person that wants something nice with some space that they can go on trips with, carry friends, and go off-road. Q5 is definitely a valuable option. Let's see, what else do I want to talk about? Driving dynamics, it doesn't really matter because this is an all-around vehicle. It's not meant to only be driven on the road. But if I'm being objective, again, it's just very precise. Audi, I kind of rave about BMW steering because I can appreciate how it's calibrated and tuned. But one thing about Audi steering that you will get from every one of their cars is it's not really heavy, but it's super precise. When you steer an Audi, you can have confidence in making fine adjustments and the car adjusting with the steering. The steering is super precise, and because of that, you can drive it spiritedly if you want, and have confidence that you're going to be in tune with the car. The suspension is plush even in dynamic mode, which I keep most of our cars that we drive. But as you can see, we have off-road even, so we're just switching into comfort right quick to see if we can get anything from that. It's just a very smooth car. You can get around town all day in this. Some features that also come standard. Some features that also come standard are the lane keep in the Audi Presense. That is a must for me. Not necessarily the lane keep, I can do without that, but the Audi Presense has saved my butt personally a couple times when I really haven't been paying total attention on the highway and somebody stops for no reason, and the car picked up on it and stopped for me. And also with the backup collision avoidance too, when you're backing up, it'll stop as well. The seats are really comfortable. The heated steering wheel, man, I miss that so much. My Audi doesn't come with the heated steering wheel, but if you're living in cold climates with this leather in the morning, it sounds kind of like bougie or uppity to have heated steering wheel, but when you're spending this much money, you gotta you're treating yourself. You're going to benefit from the options like the heated steering wheel, because in the morning when the steering wheel is cold, it's not going to bother you because it'll be warm in like 2 seconds. But if you don't get it and it's cold outside, you got to deal with that cold steering wheel every morning. And sometimes my steering wheel takes 15 minutes to get warm from the air conditioning in my hand. But I can definitely see this as a road trip car, again, because it's a crossover and SUV type vehicle. If you did need to go off road, you can do it entirely. And that's a very that's something to consider, because you never know, like the clearance. If you're going on a road trip, stuff happens. Like you may need to get over something, you may need to go around the road or have some clearance, and this can do it. And it's a luxury vehicle. So for anybody looking for something like this, I would say it's more on the softer sides of SUV vehicles of this class. When I say softer, I will probably put this softer than a Mercedes and a BMW, but a little firmer than a Lexus. Something comparable from a Lexus. But the interior, this is spec really clean. Got the black leather with the wood grain, just very traditional, and it comes together nice. Not getting a lot of outside noise. I can hear the tires, that's about it. A little bit of tire noise, but we can drown that out with this awesome sound system. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be over the talking points for me driving. Pickup, solid. It's the same four-cylinder to 2.0 turbocharged 4-cylinder that we've been getting in everything from the A5 to A6 to now this, but just in different packages. But yeah, that was a pretty good pickup. And for those that have not been watching other videos, the specs on this engine are 279 horsepower with 265 foot-pounds of torque. Or is that flipped? It's flipped. All right, 265 horsepower with 279 foot-pounds of torque.
Definitely tell them to go take a look at those videos as well.
And if you haven't, please go take a look at those videos, because our videos, our series, our episodes are very consecutive and sequential in the fashion. Like it's a story behind it. Right now we're heavy on the Audis and how they relate to each other, so I think it'll give you a good storyboard for just your car shopping, or even if you're just interested in what these manufacturers are offering, the price points, and seeing the options and how they integrate it with each car. I think will help you. So again, the interior is very clean, very executive looking, traditional. You have the brown walnut wood inlays clash with this aluminum brush trim and then black interior. Just very traditional Audi. I mean, when you get in this, it's gonna feel special. As you can see on the exterior, this Navarra Blue metallic is one of the most beautiful colors I've seen this year. Seriously, for a color like this to come out of a manufacturing facility is awesome, because this looks custom and bespoke, but you can get it spec on your car. I'm not exactly sure if this is a standard color. I don't think it is, but if you were looking for something more unique to stand out, a color like this, I would, recommend heavily. throwing in some twisties just to see. Yeah, it definitely is a boat. I would not consider it a sports car by any means, but man, heck. Which is why I say this is what it's meant to do. It's meant to do around the speed limit. Cruising. Okay, so you know how we do, Gen Z Auto. We gotta test that 0 to 60 just to see how it feels. Christmas time, we probably should invest in a drag key. I think we will. But for now, stability, brake boost. Oh, that was faster than the A6. Oh my God. Okay. It fell faster at least.
It did. It did feel really fast.
Okay. Q5. Okay, Gen Z Auto. Let's talk about the interior features a little bit. So, like I've stated before, but in case it's your first time watching our videos, we have gone over the new generation of Audi infotainment systems, and honestly, I'm not a big fan. Reason being is they're coming from a control knob to all touchscreens when it comes to this display. Like I said, if Mercedes is kind of eliminating that difficulty by allowing you to control this screen with the steering wheel, but Audi doesn't really have a way for you to kind of control the screen unless you touch it, which is going to be a downer for me, because for a driver, if you want to say, you know, change some settings really quickly, you're going to have to like click, and there's no kind of feedback, and it's just clumsy in my opinion. But nevertheless, it is kind of cool to look at. So this is kind of meant to mimic a smart device like a tablet. It's very responsive, and I will give it that. You have your Audi apps, radio, media, phone, navigation, but vehicle, and then favorite settings, blah blah blah. More apps over here, but for all of our smartphone users, Apple CarPlay is going to be where it's at. You're going to get most of everything that you need right here. But again, because you're not allowed to use the steering wheel or even the virtual cockpit to control your Apple CarPlay, you only can control it by touching it, and that's annoying. It sounds good. It sounds like a good idea. If this car drove itself, sure. I mean, why not? But it doesn't drive itself, so I don't understand why this is completely touchscreen. So as we keep going, let's just go through the menu right quick. Some things that I find very interesting. Let's just start with vehicle settings. So you have everything from your Audi Drive Select to favorites. So if we go into Drive Select, we have all these different driving modes. We have off-road, comfort, auto, dynamic, and individual. Off-road obviously is something you're going to use when you drive off-road. What that's going to do is activate your hill climb assist or your hill descend assist. This allows you not to maintain your speed while going downhill without using brakes. So that's a really cool feature when you're climbing down hills. I wish I had an off-road course to show you, but this is very useful for doing terrain kind of things. Then we have comfort. Obviously, this is going to make driving this car feel effortless. The suspension is going to be softer. The steering is going to be light. And then we have auto, which is going to alter the driving dynamics based on how you're driving. And then obviously dynamic mode is kind of the sportier setting. In an individual, you can configure your steering and your driving dynamics based on what you want as a driver. So for example, if you wanted the sporty driving dynamics but light steering, you could do that. We go back, and we have a efficient assist. I don't really worry myself with this, but if you're concerned with fuel economy, I think you'll have a good time with that. Seats, air conditioning, light and visibility. You can configure your lighting, interior lighting, rain sensor. You got parking aids, how sensitive you want the parking sensors, and then the driver assist is a very cool feature to have. You can engage and disengage different assists based on how you're driving and what mode you're driving in. That's kind of cool. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's go back. Again, I don't have a button. Yeah, go back to home. Audi's navigation is very nice. Reason being is that you can see the navigation from the virtual cockpit, which we'll take a look at now. Okay, so again, this Prestige package comes standard with a heads-up display that we can see right there. It gives us speed information and also our lane departure assist information. But coming back down to the virtual cockpit, a must if you're going to buy a new Audi, in my opinion. A must. So the reason why I said the Audi navigation system is nice, because it's the only way that you can use your virtual cockpit to see driving direction information, because they don't allow you to map your Apple CarPlay stuff to the virtual cockpit, which is annoying, but it is what it is. And we can scroll through different information concerned with the vehicle, radios, information, vehicle information. And we can also change our view, so we have a more speed tachometer, visual. And then we can also just select menu options straight from the steering wheel with this click of a button. And we can go back and forth. So this kind of, like I said, it helps with this being completely touchscreen, because you can control a lot of things just from your virtual cockpit. But that's all in all, I would much rather have a way to control this screen, at least from the steering wheel, if I can't have a knob. Let's go over climate stuff.
Alright. Yep, should be good.
So I will give Audi this. Their climate control system in this generation is very simple and easy to operate. Unlike the A6 that we reviewed not too long ago, we actually have buttons here. So it's a good thing to have a system where I can click a button and not have to look at it to operate my climate. We have heated and cooled seats. Our climate dial right here, easy to operate. Dual climate, same thing on this side. And we have all of our buttons down here to control such thing as driving modes, auto stop start, the stability and traction control button, and our parking assist and our descend assist. So yeah, I like this. If they just had something that allow like buttons to allow me to also operate this screen, that would be awesome. But this is good, in my opinion. For Easter egg about this car that I want to go over is heated and cool cup holders. This is the first car I've ever seen this in, but to get it in a Q8 at this price point is pretty cool. So you press this button, you have your cool side, and then you press the other button and you have your heated side, and press it the third time and it's off. That is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, if you get that car, if you get this car, I would have that on, even if there's not a cup in there, just to know that I have it. And when I do place a cup in there, it's already going to be cold, It's awesome. But all right, guys, that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And stay tuned in for more. Hit that notification bell because we're going to be bringing a lot of good stuff to the channel in the next couple months and years. So thanks again. We'll see you next time. Peace.